Carry on. Okay, so I'm sure everyone knows my name is James Akimbami. Yeah, I'm senior security analyst, specialist, whatever you want to call me. You're free to call me anything. So today we're just going to talk about, in addition to what Pat did on Thursday. Thank you for that session, Pat. So phishing email, phishing analysis, social engineering, type of phishing. So one of the um, easiest way to get attacked as an individual, as a business, is through phishing or social engineering. So people call it phishing, but actually is social engineering, because they're trying to make you do what you would not do on a normal day. So that's social engineering. So caveat here, I try to get um, a phishing email, like original phishing email from my work. So I try to send it to my personal email just so we can analyze it, but we have another control called data loss prevention that would not allow me to get that to me personally, but we will try and use spam email. I'm sure some of you might have a lot of phishing email in your spams as well, so we can as well use it, but we'll check mine. If we don't have a very good one, then we can, maybe someone can volunteer, we can see what they've got, then we can use that. But we're going to be demoing phishing email, how to analyze it, how to analyze the headers, and how to check. So yeah, we're going to be talking about types of phishing email, phishing analysis, email headers, MX2 box, hybrid analysis, and VirusTotal. So these are the two. So MX2 box, hybrid analysis, and VirusTotals, these are the tools that we normally use to analyze phishing. So yeah, social engineering. So what is social engineering? Social engineering, I'll try to, because we've got an hour, so I'll try and wrap up the theory parts, saying 2025. Latest half an hour, then we can do the demo as well. So social engineering is a manipulation techniques that exploits human error, basically to gain valuables from you, to steal sensitive information. And a very good example of social engineering might be somebody calling you to pretending as if it's calling from your bank. They can call you. The other day they called my wife and said, "Oh, somebody just used your card. They were from NatWest Bank, and somebody just used your bank account. Can you please give us your NI so that we can stop the attack?" And it was like, okay, if you are from my bank. So I was telling my wife to ask the guy that if you are from her bank, that you should know all of these details. So why should I provide it to you? And the guy was like, yeah, we need it because I don't have a clearance to get access to your card or to your details, whatnot. But eventually, I told my wife to confront him and say, you're a scammer. And as soon as she said that, the guy just dropped the phone. So that's a form of social engineering, right? So they will try to manipulate you, try to make you do things that you would not do on a normal day. So that's why it's always good to think about anything that you want to do, emails, calls, whatever. Always pause and think to make sure that you are doing the right thing. How does social engineering work? So yeah, basically most social engineering attacks rely on actual communication between the attackers and the victim. So basically, for example, again, the one that happened to my wife, that was social engineering. If there's no way the attacker can actually get into her bank account if she has not provided her details. So they kind of rely on you to do part of the work for them as well. So yeah, that's social engineering. They will do whatever they need to do. Sometimes they will send a link to your phone. Sometimes they will send a text to you. Sometimes they will call you. They will say something that will scare you. So they just need you to do something before that attacks can actually, take place. So yeah, the attacker tends to motivate the user into compromising themselves rather than using brute force. So brute force, it's another method of cyber attacks where an attacker tried to get into an application with multiple passwords. So when we get to our incident response and SIM analysis, we're going to be seeing how brute force works, like in a real life. So phishing attacks. So phishing attackers pretend to be a trusted institution or individual in an attempt to expose personal data and other valuables. So yes, phishing attacks. A very good example is someone pretending to be calling from Microsoft. I remember when I started my career many years back, I was working as a first line support. So then there was like Active Directory, domain controller, DHCP, and all of this good stuff in basic IT support role. So there was a day the guy called and said, "Oh, I'm from Microsoft. Your subscription just finished, and I need you to provide me your your company credit card information just so we can renew the subscription." I was just like, Michael, how could you? Oh, I just felt like this is not right. How could you call us? If our subscription finishes, we should kind of give a reminder by an email, or we can log on to a portal and say it there, but not. I've never heard of Microsoft calling customers to say, "Oh, your subscription finished and you need to renew on the phone." So I was just like, I was really confused because the guy was putting pressure, and that's another way that you would know. They were putting a lot of pressures on you. They would say, "Oh, you need to do it like now, and everything's going to crash. The world is going to come to an end." And in that moment, if you don't think, you might end up, getting into them. So I went to my manager and said, "Yeah, somebody just called," and I asked him to call back and whatever. And my manager told me that no, that never. Have you done it? I said, "No, I've not done it." And we tried to call the number wasn't going. Then we now did a bit of an analysis on that number. We realized that the number has been doing the same thing for the last 1 or 2 months, and all we can just do is to report the number. So yeah, so they'll pretend to be from an institution. They could say, "Oh, they're from Google, they're from Amazon, they're from Facebook, whatever, DHL, mostly I think during Christmas, Easter, there's always a lot of phishing email attack in the UK, most especially through Royal Mail. It's really common because people are expecting mail, people are sending mails and all of this stuff. So people, bad guys, criminals tend to use that time to do a lot of phishing activities. So yeah, phishing attacks can be targeted in the following way. So we have like a spam phishing, or mass phishing. So I'm sure a lot of us have heard about spam emails, or yeah. So this is spam. This is spam. So spam is a form of a phishing attacks or phishing email or phishing activities. So basically, this is just an attack where user again, the purpose of all kind of phishing emails is to get you to do what you will not do. So a spam, they could send a link as part of the spam and tell you that, oh, they've sent you some documents and you need to click it, or you bought some things. This is your tracker ID, whatever. It could be anything really. So yeah, it's a spam, or they could send you an email saying, "Oh, you've bought something from them and you haven't even have anything to do with that company." That's a spam. There's a spear phishing as well, whereby they use information that you provide on the social media. I mean, for those of us that want to really be successful in cybersecurity, you need to minimize your social media footprint. Very important. I cannot overemphasize it. If you are a social media guru and you want to be in and you want to work in cyber, they don't go together. They do not go together because sooner or later you're going to be found out. So you need to reduce your activities because they could use it. They could get all of those information that you posted on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, whatnot, and they can use it to target, people, target your friends, your family, and they could still sense information from them. So yeah, spear phishing, by extension, whaling, use like personalized information to target individual users. So yeah, that's why you see complaints. They will usually tell us that don't use your company emails in any social media or any buying or whatever thing that is not company related. Don't use your email address because you could easily be, people could use that to get into the organization. So yeah, there's always a policy to say don't use your company's email to do any activities other than work related. So yeah, there's also voice phishing. I'm sure a lot of us has received a phone call, like the one my wife received, whereby they will tell you, sorry, yeah. So yeah, it's called voice phishing, where they will call you. It could be from automated machine, or it could be like someone calling you as well. So they will put a lot of pressure on you. So oh yeah, you need to do this. Oh, your credit card is going to be suspended if you don't provide your 3-digit number, or if you don't provide your, they will just put a pressure. Like they know how to sweet talk you. You put a lot of pressures. You put a lot of things, and at that moment, most people don't think. They just do whatever they ask them to do. So yeah, voice phishing is it's another one, and it's very common in the UK. Very common. I mean, for those that are new, if there's anyone that is just new from Nigeria, maybe 1 or 2 years, in the UK, please be careful of voice phishing. There's always a random call, mostly from Indian guys. They will call you. They will want to sell something to you, but mostly it's not legit. So we need to be careful. So yeah, so basically, how do we identify phishing attacks or phishing emails? So these are the things that you need to look at. So are there any sense of curiosity in the email? Is it something that is fearful? They can say, oh, somebody has been kidnapped, something is happening. They will frame the email whereby you are just going to panic, I mean, if you don't really think, you just think, oh wow, this need, like, you see level of level of what we call urgency in the email. So it's always like it requires you to action something, as if you don't do it, there's a consequences. So another thing is, did the message come from a legitimate sender? Do you know the sender? Did you inspect the email address? Do you check the Twitter email profile of the person that sent the email? Basically, have you done your own due diligence just to make sure that this person that sent this email is actual person? Did my friend actually send this message to me? So another way is that when you get an email claiming to be from your friend, so what I normally do, because you don't know, it's possible that your friend's account has been compromised. And there was an incident that happened when I was working at Allianz Insurance. That was like 3-4 years ago. So I was working as a SOC analyst at the time. So we have Allianz bought lots of smaller insurance companies within the UK at the time. So these insurance companies, their security is not really big, but they bought them, but they still kind of operate on their own. but they don't really have like security team. It's very small, maybe like 15 people. So one of these days, I remember one of these companies that Alliance bought. What we did that we whitelisted their domain on our Proofpoint. Proofpoint was our email gateway that we were using at the time. So we whitelisted their domains. So that means every email that comes from them is automatically allowed because we felt this is genuine. So on a particular day, we didn't realize that their own account has been compromised. So an attacker got hold of one of their email address, get into the inbox of the user, and sent a malicious link, to Alliance HR. So and the HR thought, oh, this was coming from a person that I know, and you click on the link, and yeah, I wouldn't tell you what happened. For like 2 weeks, we're still on the internet. It affected about 50 users, 50 laptops. You can only imagine what happened. So yeah, so it's always very important to really think, say, okay, so what the person could have done is, okay, if you doubt, just don't reply to the email because you don't know exactly what is going on. Maybe the user's account has been compromised. So what I normally do, I will just ring the person. If I have the person's number, I will just call the person and say, hey, did you try to send me an email? Are you the one telling me to do this? The person can then say, yes, I'm the one. Or the person might say, no, I haven't sent you an email. That has happened many, many times. So, having that extra caution, extra belief, as a security analyst, it's really important to have that curiosity in mind, to always think, to, always trust your gut, always, whatever your gut says, always trust it. Don't even doubt it. It's very important. So, yeah, attachment in the emails, how do we analyze it? We're going to be using tool called hybrid analysis. So caveat, these tools are open source, which you can use in combination with the Complete tools. So both of them are fine because you always want to have like 1 or 2, 3 sources to confirm. We normally use open source tools with the okay. I would move on. So yeah, this is just phishing. So before we move on to demo, just want to ask if anybody has got any questions on it. Was just to buttress on what Pat did. So it's not like a full phishing course. So we will just say, buttress on few points that Pat did touch, but I just wanted to elaborate more on them before we go on to the demo. So anyone with any questions, 1 or 2, then we'll move on to demo. Just to make sure that everyone understood what I was saying in terms of phishing, and if they've got any concerns or any questions. Then if there's not, then we'll move to demo. Okay, thank you. Let me. So, like I said, I do not have. I tried to get a sample of phishing email, but I'm not able to get it from my work. So, if we need to do it to do the demo one more time, then we can do it. But let's just start now. So I'll go to my inbox and try and see if I can get a spam email that is phishing email. Then we can see how to analyze that.